This is a demonstration of the federalreporting.gov Recovery Act Section 1512 recipient reporting functions. In this presentation, we're going to be looking at recipient report reviewing processes. This demonstration is not intended to be comprehensive training or to cover all possible conditions that may be encountered in this process. Other sources of information have been developed to assist you in completing your reports and reviews. A step-by-step user's guide has been developed. An ongoing list of frequently asked questions is available covering policy and technical questions. Recovery Act policy and guidance, including the Act itself and associated guidance such as OMB Memorandum M0921, exists to assist you. Many agencies have posted specific information on their websites to assist you in reporting as well. There's context-specific help embedded in the reporting and reviewing tools. The federalreporting.gov service desk is also available to provide technical assistance. This demonstration is for illustration purposes. The specific situation covering your report may vary. Any questions between the information in this presentation and official policy or the Act itself must be resolved in favor of those official sources. As with all interactions with federalreporting.gov, it begins by migrating to federalreporting.gov and logging in. So you go to www.federalreporting.gov and enter in your username and password. This presentation assumes that you have already registered with federalreporting.gov and have received your FR PIN. It also assumes that reports have been submitted for your particular area of review. Before accessing the system, you will be shown a screen that indicates the terms and conditions for use of the system. This is common to many federal government information systems and essentially states that you will be accessing the system in an official capacity and that you have cause to do so. The next screen is essentially your welcome screen to federalreporting.gov, and it has a lot of different information in this. This indicates that Bill Sharma has logged in as a recipient user and that he has 4 unread messages. The box below that indicates the status of the current reporting cycle. In this case, we are in the recipient review reporting cycle. That's the process that we're going to be walking through today. The box below that is the box that indicates the methods for creating and uploading reports. And then the quick links below identify the reports available to Bill Sharma. They're links to his reports as a prime recipient and as a subrecipient. We're going to click on My Reports as a prime recipient. This will navigate to the prime recipient view of his reports. Now, there are a variety of different search filters that are available to him, and we'll walk through those right now. So we can look at the award types by grants, loans, or federally awarded contract. We can sort by award number. We can sort by DUNS number. We can search by report status, whether it's a draft report or a submitted report. We can look at the fiscal year or quarter at this point, since it's the first quarter that we're going into. There's really only the one. There's review status. Status is not reviewed, reviewed, comments found, or reviewed, no comments. You can search by agency code, and there are lookup tables for that. CFDA number, and there are lookup codes for that. That's a catalog of federal domestic assistance, useful for sorting through grants. And then the government contracting office code, which could be useful for sorting through contracts, although that tends to be, both of those tend to be more of an agency review focus field. The prime recipient reports, if we look down at the search results, we can see that Bill Sharma has just one report, so we won't need to do any filtering to find the report that he wants to look at. And we'll look at the kind of information that we have for that particular line. So we can identify the award type, it's a G, so that's grants. We can see the award number, this is the prime recipient's award number. We can see the DUNS number, this is prime recipient's DUNS number. The status, this is submitted, and the award amount, and then sub count is the subrecipient report account. So to view this report, we'll click on the award number, the hyperlinked award number. And now we can view the report that's been submitted. And you'll notice at the top we have some new options. We can submit, so it's possible to go into this report and change the fields and then resubmit it. It's important to note that any changes that you make are tracked. There is version control within the federalreporting.gov system, and so those changes would be tracked. There's also a button that says deactivate. This is essentially in lieu of delete. If a report is deactivated, it doesn't go away. It's still in the system. It's just not an active report anymore. So the information that we have in this report is the information that we entered in when we submitted the report in the previous presentation. And we can just do a quick scroll down and you can see that it's all the same information that we had before. And then we also have across the top, we have two other tabs. We have the subrecipient tab and we have the vendors tab. We'll click on the subrecipient tab. And we can identify that there is one, we noticed that from the summary listing, that there is one subrecipient in this. And if we click on the DUNS number, the hyperlinked DUNS number, we will open up the subrecipient report. We have the report information, the high level up at the top, we have the high level information. And then we also have the subrecipient data. So this would be the information that was submitted by Regis Smith in the subrecipient report presentation. So we have that information. And we also have the ability to view or add report comments. So we can open up that screen and we can see that we have the ability to submit a comment. So it's essentially an open text box and we type a message to the reviewer regarding any corrections that need to be made. So in this case it would be the prime recipient sending a note to the subrecipient that they noticed a problem with the subrecipient report. In this case we're saying that the subaward date is not accurate, that the information that the subrecipient entered was not the proper value, and so the prime recipient will make that notation and then click submit. This sends an email to the subrecipient. The subrecipient will get a notice in their email, and then in their work queue they will see that they now have a comment for action. So now we can close the comments window. Now, in this particular field, I believe we need to refresh this field in order to see the comments section. So we'll click back a screen, and then we'll come back to the subrecipient, and we'll see now under the comments section that we see a red flag that indicates that there is a comment that's been identified for that particular award. So now when Regis Smith comes in, he'll be able to see that he has a comment there, and that and when Bill Sharma logs in, he'll be able to see that he commented on that particular sub-report. Right. Once the comments have been submitted, the recipient will once again receive an email and a notification in their queue, in their work queue for that. If they have two options for responding to those comments. The first option is to respond back to the prime recipient to indicate either a clarifying statement or to engage in essentially a discussion through the system, or to resubmit a corrected report. They can update their report and resubmit it. If they choose to resubmit their report, the comments flag will drop off, and the prime recipient will see that that their comment has been addressed through that fashion. So that essentially wraps up the recipient review process, the prime recipient review process. Thank you very much.